essentially they are legalized Ponzi schemes. I mean, that's what a meme coin is. There's no value to it. So you got to get in and get out before it crashes. And I think most of the, what do you get? I mean, Doge and maybe a couple others, but the true meme coins that people are doing on Pump Fund, like it's the same general cycle every single time. As long as people know what they're getting into, but I don't have the secret sauce on what makes one go up. I know what makes mine go up. I tweet it. If I tweet it, they go bananas. But it's an interesting, crazy market, meme coins.
It is an interesting and crazy market when you get to be one of the guys tweeting about your coin and your coin goes up. Here we had Dave Portnoy admitting that meme coins, and this is something that he's engaged in, especially recently with multiple coins, tweeting about them, doing stuff like that. He admits they're basically legalized Ponzi schemes. I think he's totally correct. Say what you want about Dave. I really like his honesty. I mean, the guy, he just tells you what he thinks, and I really appreciate that about him, because people have been doing this copium about, oh, dude, I'm just a collector, man. Meme coins, they're just collectibles. That's why they shouldn't be securities. This guy's like, hey, they're Ponzi schemes. Hey, I tweet about it, number go up. I really like the transparency because, we get so much of the cope from the industry of, well, it's a social attention token. This guy's like Ponzi scheme. And that's not coming from like a skeptic. That's not coming from CoffeeZilla, right? That's what I would call it. But at least we have somebody in the industry more, being honest about what this game everyone is playing is. Now, of course, where Dave and I differ is Dave thinks, well, as long as you know what you're getting yourself into, he thinks it's fine. I think most of the people who like meme coins for that reason are usually the people who can move the needle. You'll notice when they talk about like, oh, I don't know the secret sauce, but when I tweet about it, number go up. I mean, yeah. Of course, if you are at the top of a Ponzi scheme, you're gonna think it's fine. But disproportionately in Ponzi schemes, there are always more people at the bottom getting screwed by the Ponzi scheme, which is why we made them illegal, because it is preying on our people. Like, it is not a value adding activity. It is just purely rent seeking, grifting, and that's all this stuff is. I mean, as admitted by people in the space. So maybe Dave and I have a difference of opinion about whether this stuff should be illegal, but I appreciate that he at least is one of the people being transparent about what it actually is. What everyone keeps denying, with the official statement by the SEC being that meme coins are actually collectibles. You certainly don't see the SEC calling them legalized Ponzi schemes. I want to draw your attention to this, though. They say meme coins also typically have limited to no use or functionality and are accompanied by statements regarding their risks and lack of utility other than for entertainment. But I do want to call attention to this because the main meme coin that really cascaded all these changes, everyone acknowledges was basically Trumpcoin, right? Like, that obviously was the reason the rules changed, because the president launched his own coin that you can trade, with many, like myself, saying, well, the terms of service say this is not a political coin. There's no utility. There's no use to this. But I was like, well, if it's the president's coin, that seems like a pretty big deal, and not like it has no utility. But today, we actually got an update on that, because the website was updated today with a new perk. Have dinner with President Trump, the most exclusive invitation in the world, only for the top 220 Trump meme coin holders. If you hold enough of his coin, by the way, the unlock is coming up. They did just push it back a little bit for, I think, 3 months or something like that. But the unlock is coming up. And so now, if you're a holder of this coin, you get to attend the dinner. In fact, I think there's even a perk for the top 25 holders as well. For those people, you'll get an exclusive reception before dinner. If you're in the top 25 holders, you will meet the president, especially, and you have a specialized White House VIP tour, which is just crazy. I mean, how is this not a perk? Like, the SEC's guidelines are very clear. Like, oh, yeah, guys, all because of, the meme coins. We're legalizing meme coins. That's fine. It's not a security. Why is it not a security? Well, there's no functionality. And then a couple months later, hey, you could have dinner with the president for holding this coin. That's like huge utility. I mean, call me crazy. Maybe nobody else thinks so, but I think that's pretty big deal. And it appears other people feel the same because when the news hit, the price skyrocketed like 50%. So all of a sudden, the coin's way up because now there's some utility to this coin where you can meet the president. That's so insane. What's funny, though, is people actually took advantage of this announcement as well, doing a special little front run because some of the news got leaked on Twitter a little bit early. It looks like someone found the website before it was officially tweeted out. So somebody, before the tweet went live, they went ahead and spent $5 million front running the coin and then sold the Trump coin immediately after the announcement for about $700,000 of profit within about roughly 30 minutes. So, that's great that could happen too. More utility for those of you who've been wondering what is the utility of this coin? I see all the people who are mocking our president saying this is ridiculous, selling something with no functionality. Actually, guys, huge functionality. I don't know what that means for the SEC. I think they got to change the rules again. I mean, I don't think these rules can stand with what the president's doing. I think we gotta make sure we bend over backwards to make sure that he's not breaking the SEC guidelines. Got to make sure that's not happening. But I would say this announcement from February 27, 2025 is definitely out of date. You've got to say meme coins typically have limited or no use or functionality except for when the president does it, right? Because when the president does it, it's completely different. So I did think it was funny, the contrasting of the two little announcements today, the two drops. You have Dave Portnoy. He says they're legalized Ponzi schemes. And on the other side, you've got a meme coin where if you hold enough of it, you can go to the White House and meet the president. So, wow. I'm sure there's no special favors or anything that are going to be exchanged there. That won't happen, guys. Of course not. There's no functionality like that in the coin. That would never happen. You have to be a conspiracy theorist to believe something crazy like that could happen. Instead, all you're promised is at this intimate private dinner, hear firsthand President Trump talk about the future of crypto. Now, I don't know. I don't know if they write it this way on purpose, but like they're teasing. Like imagine you're an industry leader in crypto and you get told if you hold enough of this coin, you're going to hear the president leading regulations, hear him talk about the future of crypto firsthand in a way that almost nobody else gets the chance to hear. I mean, it is so wild. Maybe he's just grifting on the crypto people, just going to rob them, or they're going to hear a bunch of new stuff that lets them rob us. I don't know. I transparently have no idea what's going to happen. I'm sure it's going to be all above board, but wow. I mean, I don't even know what to say every time I see these updates. I'm just stunned. And you wonder, when you're thinking about this coin now as an investor, let's say you're trying to think about this coin, how do you price it? You've got to speculate like, well, maybe Trump's going to give another dinner, right? And so when people are thinking of selling this coin, because this coin has basically been down only, but now people are going to have to price in the fact that randomly it may get these new perks, this new utility for being, the president's coin, as we've said this entire time. Like, it's just bonkers, man. It is insane. And by the way, if you're wondering what it's going to take to get the top spots, in this, for the private reception, these are the top holders of the Trump coin. Currently, the number one holder has 400,000 Trump, which is worth about $5.57 million for the top spot right now at the dinner. $5.57 million. With one person on Twitter saying they analyzed some of these wallets that are holding the top 25 spots, and a lot of them are actually recent purchasers, like they're like new wallets. Now, I haven't personally fact-checked that myself, but I wouldn't be surprised if people who would have never before purchased Trump coin would suddenly do so because they get like actual things now for paying the money, right? If you're a crypto industry leader, it might actually make financial sense for you to do a business write-off. I don't know if you could call it a business write-off, but for you to basically buy this Trump coin to be able to attend a dinner with the guy who is making the future of your industry. I mean, that's not even like crazy thinking. That is a common sense kind of decision. But I just wanted to cover this news. I mean, I just saw it. I was like, wait. I think the SEC's out of date. Think we got to update this one, fellas. Back to the drawing board. So, yeah, that's basically it. Maybe they can include some language about legalizing Ponzi schemes next time. I'm pretty sure that's the mandate of the SEC, making sure you legalize those Ponzi schemes. All right, that's basically it. I'll see you next time.